with the differences in your education and mine, I'm definitely noticing.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I'm definitely noticing the lack of successful education system in America, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's things that you know about America that I've never heard before in school, ever.
Really?
And like I was a decent student. Like I was, I was average.
Yeah.
A couple C's here and there, mostly A's and B's. Like it is whatever. But there's some.
Were you like a good test taker?
I had like some type of test anxiety where I would like speed the fuck through it.
Yeah.
Where I would like, regardless, I would just, I'd be the first one done, and they would be like, "No, go sit down. You have to spend more time on that." I'm like, but I'm done.
Yeah.
And I'd finish just because I had so much anxiety with the test that my mindset would just be like, I just want to get this shit over with, just do it, just get it over with, and be done.
Yeah.
Because I had so much test anxiety that like my brain was like, just do it, just do it as fast as you fucking can, so that you have as little time taking this test as possible.
Yeah.
So that's why I hated like SAT and ACT, because like you actually had to spend the time on the question.
Dude, the SAT took like what, 4 hours and a half, 5 hours?
Something like that.
Crazy fucking exam, bro. What's
they wouldn't
the
even
point
let
of
you
that?
eat.
Anyways, like what was your biology experience like?
Biology.
Or you said, or your overall education, because you said that I know some stuff about America that you didn't.
Well, there's plenty of stuff that you know that I've never heard of in my life. Like, I forget. There's a lot of stuff about American history that you like. Automatically.
Did you know about Roe versus Wade before all of the topic of abortion started?
Honestly, I remember hearing the name.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember the teacher actually discussing what it was about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever remember talking about abortion in high school ever.
So.
Ever, aside from like, if a classmate was getting one. You know?
I definitely see what you mean. For me, I attribute, I have to give credit where credit is due. I attribute a lot of my curiosity and my critical thinking to a few of my teachers in from middle school into high school and even university. But my base, my foundation, that in middle school, high school, that's when it was formed. Like my social studies teacher, Mr. Hendricks, and my also my history teacher, Miss Wynn. They were like different, but one of them taught me like critical thinking. Like I came from an Eastern European country, and then he was like talking to me about critical thinking and like thinking about stuff from different points of view and within the environment and within the whole context of things. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then Miss Wynn taught me to like always question things. She taught me to always like look at all the different possibilities. And she tried to teach us a version of the U.S. history that was somewhat fair. Like, yeah, we did have to follow a certain textbook that was mandated by the fucking program, but she would always make sure to accompany it with articles that made us like question our what we read in the history book. Like certain things about the truth about black history in the United States and the truth about activism and all of that. Like, she generated a space where, you wouldn't just tolerate news as what it is. Like, it's because of her that I never fucking trust news. It's because she showed us, like, no matter where you go, you're gonna find bias, and, like, understand what bias is. And she has taught me about Roe versus Wade, and I'll never forget it, because it was, like, it was one of the cases that we had to learn for our final exam. And I remember that she made me learn in a way that it wasn't just memorizing stuff, but it was like knowing the importance of it. And that's why I remember Roe versus Wade, because she stressed the importance of it, because it gave women their right to their bodies,
Yeah. See, like,
and so I learned. I learned about U.S. history from within the point of context, like of importance. Everything for me was important. It was very important to learn about the United States because I was gonna move there. So it impacted me, this kind of cases, there was plenty of other cases that I don't remember, but Roe versus Wade stayed with me,
Yeah. See, like, I remember talking about the names.
Yeah.
Like, I remember talking about that specific court case and that specific, like, rule, but I don't ever remember actually discussing what it meant, or, like, what it was. And there's plenty of instances where I guess I missed it.
Yeah.
Or something happened where I just wasn't. I don't know. There's stuff that you know that I don't.